All right, let's talk about the AFC North. It's going to have a whole new look this season. It has Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, and Ben Roethlisberger, who's been there for a while, but it does not have Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, Joe Flacco, or Hugh Jackson.
Along with Elise, Jesse, Elise, it's going to be a challenge to say the least.
It really is. The Chiefs have the #1 ranked offense in the AFC, top 5 in the NFL. If Andy wants to get this done, he's going to need to start fast along with his crew, and there is really little margin for error.
Sports anchor Elise Jesse in now. She was the first to have the scoop on Taylor landing the gig, and Elise, he's talked about his love for our city.
He certainly has, Mike and Shuri. Taylor was the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach at UC under Tommy Tuberville in 2016.
Good evening, Mike and Shuri. Yeah, the offensive line has been a hot topic ever since the Bengals lost Andrew Whitworth and Kevin Zeitler.
Now, Mick Cronin told us today that his players learned how to win big games last week in the AAC title matchup. And what that really means is that it finally clicked for his players, which is excellent timing. Welcome back. I'm Elise Jesse, and we are coming to you live from Paul Brown Stadium. It was the first official practice of training camp in the Zach Taylor era. And after this practice, Zach Taylor not having a good day with what happened. A.J. Green going up against Drake Kirkpatrick in a 7-on-7 drill, and he comes down awkwardly on that left foot. Tonight, Luke Fickell is a happy man. The NCAA has granted former Ohio State receiver LaChristian Blue Smith immediate eligibility to play at UC. Taylor told me that the first thing that he wants to accomplish as head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals is to evaluate the current talent on the roster before then focusing on the combine. What a moment this must be for Reds' new manager, David Bell. He used to skip class and come out to this ballpark to watch his dad, Buddy Bell, when he played for Cincinnati back in the late 80s.
You spent most of your career, your whole career under one regime, so now you have Zach Taylor who's introducing new plays and new verbiage. What is it like for you having to learn all that stuff this far in?
It's just exciting. These last 8 years in the same offense, so I really didn't have to study that much.
Batavia senior Nate Watson is a rare breed. Right now he's fighting for his life, but also fighting to live his life with a sense of normalcy. Here's his story.
He's not loud, he's not vocal, he's not a yeller, he's not a screamer, but if you were to go talk to the other 13 guys in that locker room, you know, if he does talk, everybody listens.
Last year, senior Nate Watson was the Bulldogs' leading scorer. This year, he's their senior captain.
I'm pretty blessed that I get to play it all when some kids in my same position have to stay at home, and I mean, they don't have to, but their body doesn't handle it as well as mine.
Everything was normal until a lump in his neck changed his life.
He was taking some medicine for the lump that he had in his neck. They didn't know what it was.
2 weeks before his senior season, doctors diagnosed Nate with Hodgkin's lymphoma.
I don't even know what was going through my head. I kind of thought that that might be what it was.
You know, we held him and, you know, told him that we were going to be there for him and that, you know, we were going to fight this together and, you know, that it would be gone and everything would be fine. All we had to do was just get through the treatments.
Every other week, 18-year-old Nate comes to Children's Hospital to fight through a brutal 6 to 8 hour chemotherapy session.
The chemo itself makes you very nauseous and causes the hair loss and all those types of things.
Basically, I just throw up a lot, and then normally by the next day I'm fine. And I think coming out here and playing basketball helps me because I start moving around and doing things like a normal person again instead of just sitting in my bed and thinking about it too much and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's right. As he battles through chemo treatments, Watson is fighting to live his life on his terms.
His doctor said they kind of referred to him as a freak of nature.
Basketball is his game, and you know, like I said, it was at exactly the same time. And so even if he couldn't be everything that he was, we still felt it was important that that still be who he was. We didn't want his identity stripped from him.
An identity that is showing his family, friends, and teammates just how strong he truly is.
I don't know, it's not your best day or everything. You can look and look at him and be like, wow, he's still going strong.
He's the epitome of tough. He's one of those kids that you say, yeah, I've got no questions about how tough you are.
I'm done with 4 treatments already, so I have 8 more, and I can't wait until they're over and I'm done with them.
And when his chemo treatments end, Watson plans to attend college in the fall. He's already been accepted into 8 schools, including Berea College, which has an acceptance rate of just 35%. Elise Jesse, WLWT News 5. Welcome to Sports Talk. I'm Elise Jesse. He is Brandon Seho, and this is Tyler Dragon standing by with us. It is officially game week for the Cincinnati Bengals. Welcome back. I'm Elise Jesse. 30 minutes before the deadline, the Bengals announced their 53-man roster. The team will also head into the 2019 season without 2 first-round draft picks. Offensive tackle Jonah Williams is out for the year, and cornerback Darqueze Dennard starts the year on the PUP list after having knee surgery in the offseason. Darqueze Dennard on the right of your screen has been plagued with injuries since he started in the NFL. In fact, he's never played a complete season for the Bengals since he was drafted in 2014. Offensive lineman John Jerry was due to make $930,000, but he won't see that money. His contract was terminated today. Now, the team waived 21 players, including Cody Core, Devontae Harris, Malik Jefferson, and Kavari Russell. The players waived today outside of Cody Core are eligible to sign with an NFL practice squad if they clear waivers tomorrow. And today is the first full college football Saturday of the season. There were a lot of questions surrounding the OSU program this year. The number one question, how would the Buckeyes perform without Urban Meyer and Dwayne Haskins leading the team? Well, Ryan Day and quarterback Justin Fields answered that question today. They will be just fine. Let's go to those highlights. OSU hosting Florida Atlantic, and Justin Fields looking like he's fitting right in with the Buckeyes. The Georgia transfer going 51 yards on his first drive at OSU to give the Buckeyes the early 7-0 lead. Next, it's a 14-0 game, and Fields lets it fly, airs it out 32 yards to Benjamin Victor for the touchdown. OSU already up 3 scores in the first quarter. But they weren't done yet. Fields firing his 3rd touchdown pass of the first quarter. They go on to beat FAU 45-21. But next week, it's a much bigger test with UC coming to the Shoe.
The goal is to be 1-0. If we can just be 1-0 on Saturday night, I know it's cliche, but it's real. You know, we're going to sleep on this thing tonight, but we know in the back of our minds that we got a really good team coming in here, a hungry team, a well-coached team, and we're going to have to play really good to beat them.
So next week, it's the Battle of Ohio at the Shoe. After beating UCLA on Thursday night, the Bearcats will hit the road north to Columbus next Saturday to face the number 5 ranked Buckeyes at noon. Luke Fickell will be making his first trip back to Columbus since leaving to take the UC job. Down in Lexington, the UK band honoring Jared Lorenzen with a big 22 on the field as the Wildcats open the season with Toledo. This ballgame tied at 7 in the first half, and the Rockets quarterback takes off on a 21-yard touchdown run, and this is going to give Toledo the touchdown lead. But the Wildcats adding a touchdown and a field goal to make it 17-14 in the third, and that is when Terry Wilson connects with Bryce Oliver, makes a great catch here over the defender for a 32-yard touchdown, and UK runs away to win it 38-24. The Miami Redhawks kick off the season tonight at Iowa, and on Monday there's a big matchup in Louisville. The Cardinals taking on Notre Dame for some Monday night football. And don't forget, the Reds are still playing baseball, and this was a busy weekend for the Redlegs in St. Louis, playing 4 games in 2 days for back-to-back doubleheaders with the Cards. Eugenio Suarez has been on fire at the plate, and last week and today was no different in the bottom of the first. Gino launching a bomb to the upper deck and left to give the Reds an early 2-0 lead as he celebrates with Joey Votto at the plate. Why not? Let's see it. But the Cards will be doing most of the celebrating today. Trevor Bauer giving up 6 runs in just 4 innings. He gets torched. Cardinals taking a 5-2 lead after Yadier Molina blasts this solo shot, but the Reds tried to rally late. The bases loaded for Tucker Barnhart, down 8-3. This gap shot clears the bases, making it a 2-run ball game, but the Cards add some insurance to win game 1, 10-6.